I'm at the National Motorcycle Museum where the John Parham Estate Collection is getting ready to cross the Mecum auction block. There are over 300 motorcycles and 1,000 pieces of road art, and scattered amongst this world-class collection are some very unique custom choppers. For expert analysis, I'm being joined by Paul Dorleone, floor reporter for Mecum Auctions on Motor Trend, and appropriately enough, author of The Chopper, The Real Story. Paul, we're here in front of the Dragon bike.
Amazing.
What makes this so unique?
Yeah, well, this is the original bike that was used in the Peter Fonda star vehicle movie, The Wild Angels, which was probably the best of the B-movie chopper flicks that were made in the 1960s. I believe it was made in '66. And for many years, people thought this was painted by Von Dutch. Later, it's transpired that it wasn't. This bike was purchased for the National Motorcycle Museum from Mill Blair, who's the co-founder of Easy Riders magazine. And it is authenticated and guaranteed to be the bike that was used in the movie.
Here's another pair of bikes from the big screen. Paul, what are we looking at?
We're looking at a pair of replicas of the choppers used in the film Easy Rider. Of course, the originals were notoriously stolen at the end of production. The only actual motorcycle that survived was the B version, which was the stunt version of the Captain America chopper, and that was blown up at the end of the film. So all that remained of the actual bikes was a bunch of parts. Everything else was scattered to the four winds, but a lot of people have made faithful replicas of these bikes because, in my opinion, they are the most famous motorcycles in the world.
This wild machine is the Asphalt Angel, and it has ties to the legendary Big Daddy Roth. Paul, what are some of the details?
I find this machine amazing. You know, Ed Roth was legendary for his customization for cars and motorcycles, and eventually he really got into trikes a little bit later in the 1960s. Ed Roth was a real gentleman. He was also a real entrepreneur. He was the first person to truly capitalize on the wild custom bike phenomena that was happening in the 1960s, and this is one of his amazing trikes. It's the Asphalt Angel. It's got a car motor. It's got 3 wheels and disc brakes, so it's a fairly modern version of all his crazy things, but he also did cars, as you see there, like the Endora and all sorts of great stuff. We love Ed Roth. He's passed a while ago now, but you know, he's not forgotten because his ideas were simply wild.
What you've just seen is a small part of the consignments contained in this one-of-a-kind collection. To find out more about the auction, head over to mecum.com.